Welcome into Seattle Seahawks today. I am your host, Tom Downey. We've got some news for you guys. Damarious Randall, who visited the Seahawks yesterday on Tuesday, he is officially joining the team. The team announced that just a little bit ago. However, he's not going to be joining the active roster. Well, at least not yet. Instead, Randall is set to join the practice squad for the Seattle Seahawks. He spent last year with the Cleveland Browns, was on the Raiders for training camp, but much like Prince Amukamara, apparently didn't fare all that well, and he was released before 53-man roster was set. I'll also make note here, the Seahawks brought in 4 players yesterday for tryouts, defensive tackles Miles Adams and Kobe Smith, and they also brought in Tim Williams, the former mid-round pick by the Ravens out of Alabama, that edge rusher. He is also going to join the practice squad. We're focused in on Randall, who by far is the more household name of the 2 players. He brings added depth and experience, both for that kind of safety nickel corner hybrid role. Randall, originally drafted by the Green Bay Packers, spent time at cornerback, then moved to safety, has played pretty much all over the defensive backfield, which maybe why he's not the best player, but that is valuable in terms of depth on the secondary. So I like this move by Seattle. Remember, Jamal Adams, we'll talk more about him in a little bit, a bit banged up. Quentin Dunbar was banged up. They promoted Ryan Neal. Again, we'll get to him too later on to the active roster. So I think this is a smart move by the Seattle Seahawks. It's not even the active roster. It's the practice squad. You have 15 spots this year. So I think this move is smart. Now, is Randall going to put up the same production you saw in 2019? No, probably not, but I like this move. Of course, I want to get your guys' reaction as well here. So grade the move of adding Randall to the practice squad. A, B, C, D, or F. Get your votes in and let me know what you think. Now, I know who you guys want. I've seen it in the comments every single video, and I agree. Damon Harrison, the update here is a little bit weird. There was the report last week that Snacks Harrison was set to visit Seattle and it was going to happen. Now the updated report from one Josina Anderson is that once he clears COVID protocol this week and into the weekend, he'll visit Seattle next week. So maybe after week 4, Harrison will join the Seattle Seahawks. I think he makes a lot of sense for Seattle. I think they could use another interior defensive line option. Now, is Harrison going to be an elite pass rusher? Does he fix that issue for Seattle? No, he doesn't really. However, he does help Seattle out in terms of stopping the run, and at this stage of the season, you don't find, frankly, borderline, if not outright starting caliber defensive linemen in free agency. So if I'm the Seahawks, and I know Harrison says he might visit the Bears, if you get him in first, I am not letting him leave. So I am going to make this the pinned comment on today's video. Do you want the Seattle Seahawks to sign Damon Harrison? If you do, type in Y for yes. If you don't, type in your N for no. Now, Seattle has some roster spots open here. They absolutely do. DeAndre Walker, he has been waived by the team. There were going to be 2 open roster spots. Ryan Neal was actually just promoted, so bump that down to 1 open roster spot. Maybe it's for Damon Harrison. Maybe it's for a promotion for someone we'll get to here in a little bit. But Walker's been waived, never really played much. 1 open roster spot left for Seattle. There's also 1 day left for you guys to take advantage of our offer for new BetUS customers only. Head over to chatsports.com/bet. Use promo code Seahawks125. You put down $100, that will get you a 125% deposit bonus, and we will hook you guys up with a Seahawks jersey. All you guys have to do is just go DM at ChatSports on Twitter for details. You can also DM me if you need to. It's at WhatGoingDowney, but hit us up on Twitter at ChatSports. Only available for today only. It was only available for the end of the month. It's your last chance to take advantage. Chatsports.com/bet. That 125% deposit bonus if you use promo code Seahawks125. Then DM us on Twitter at ChatSports. Check the description. I'll put that link in there. Let's go to a potential other spot that could maybe be filled. Remember, there's 1 roster spot open as we film this right now for the Seattle Seahawks. How about Shaquill Griffin? Now, Pete Carroll has already said that Griffin has earned a roster spot in Week 4 against the Dolphins. That doesn't necessarily mean that he is going to be promoted. With the way the NFL rules work this year, you can simply just promote him from the practice squad for game day. You can do that twice. Griffin's already done it once here. I will make note, though, that even though there's one spot available right now, Jordan Brooks might be going to IR for Seattle. So maybe Griffin, who does fit that same strong side linebacker role, didn't make a bunch of stat sheet impacts, but I thought played fairly well when he was on the field for Seattle. I think he makes a lot of sense. Remember, you're already down Bruce Irvin. He's out for the year with that unfortunate injury. Jordan Brooks, meanwhile, he's injured. I think he might be going to IR. Maybe it's tomorrow. Maybe it's in the coming days. Cody Barton, Ben Burke-Irvin can fill that strong side linebacker role, but Griffin also fits it pretty well in terms of being a borderline pure pass rusher, which is almost how Seattle uses that guy on base downs. So get your votes in here. Should Seattle promote Griffin to the active roster? Shaquem Griffin. Type A for yes or type B for no. All right, a couple quick injury updates here I want to get to. Chris Carson, again, injured in Week 3 on that tackle by Tristan Hill. The Seahawks kind of saying, yeah, there's an outside chance he's going to be able to play through that knee sprain. Look, you're playing the Dolphins this week. If I'm being honest here, you don't need Chris Carson to beat Miami. You're out here beating the Patriots. You're out here beating the Cowboys. You don't need Carson. Now, is Carson a good player? You're damn right he is. Do you need him to win Week 4? No. You can get by with the other guys you have on your roster. You don't necessarily need to go out and try and force Chris Carson to play before he's ready. I know he's your best back. You got Carlos Hyde. I kind of want to see Travis Homer DJ Dallas get some chances to play, especially on passing downs, because I think he might be better in the long run than Travis Homer. So does it leave you a bit thin? Sure. It's Miami. Continue to let Russ cook anyway. I'd say sit Chris Carson, but that's just me being cautious. Now, if you think Tristan Hill's tackle was dirty, I want you guys to type dirty in the comment section, because guess what? Whether he actively meant to or not, doing the gator roll is not necessary. That is not something you need to do as a defensive player. So, yeah, I kind of think it was dirty. Let's go now to Jamal Adams, where I feel pretty good about his status going forward. Tweaked his groin against the Cowboys when he had a free shot against Dak Prescott and then just kind of tweaked it and didn't look right the rest of the way. He did say on Twitter that he's fine and that he appreciated all the concern. I interpret that to mean, at least from Adams' perspective, he's playing in Week 4. And that's a good thing. I know you promoted Ryan Neal from the practice squad after he had the game-sealing interception. That was the right decision there. Adams, though, is a guy you want out there. You want him on the field because he is, and as much as I love Bobby Wagner, I think Adams is the best player on the Seahawks defense, and I'm a huge Wagner guy. Adams does everything for you. Right now, he's their best pass rusher with 2 sacks. He gets home and gets pressures when he does come on the blitzes there. So if I'm the Seahawks, as long as Adams isn't going to re-injure it, which sounds like he's not going to, I am definitely putting him out there, and I'm playing him in Week 4 against the Dolphins. He's too important to a defense already dealing with a lot of issues in terms of injuries in that back 7.